This is going to be my Legend of Legaia review now that the playthrough is completed. I'm going to go over the parts of the game that I enjoy and some parts which I enjoy less. This game was one of the first RPGs ever played and completed on PlayStation. It's only fitting that after all these years on, I break the game down and share my thoughts on it. This is your spoiler warning. Since this is a review, I will be discussing the game in detail, so if you want to avoid any spoilers, please watch my playthrough before this review, and I'm going to leave a link in the description box below for part 1. The heroes. We start by being introduced to our first hero, Vaan, at the start of the game, and how his choices as a boy caused his father to become injured after he ventured into the mist alone. After an attack on the village, he gains the power of Meta, a Ra-Zuru, and they battle away the invading Suru and awaken the Genies Tree to drive the mist away. His goal through the story is to continue to help people as he sets off to rid the rest of the world of the mist. Shortly after, we meet Noah, our second hero, who has been raised by a wolf called Terra, also who is a Ra-Zuru and who bonds with Noah at the next Genies Tree. Her origins are initially unknown, but as the story progresses, she has dreams of her parents and goes off to seek answers to who they were and where they are. The final hero is a Bryan monk called Gala, a strong and powerful warrior. Vaan and Noah arrive in Bryan and soon set off to a nearby forest to awaken the Genies Tree. Upon arrival, the tree is too badly damaged by the mist, but the Ra-Zuru egg survived. Songi, another Bryan monk and a rival of Gala, looks to seize power and acquire his own Ra-Zuru and journeys to the other forest. The two parties confront and Songi easily sweeps aside Gala with his newly acquired power. Gala places the Ra-Zuru egg at the Genies Tree and Ozma is born and joins with him. Gala swears to bring Songi back to order and join his party of heroes. The party now travel across the world, tracking down Genies Trees and eventual mist generators. The generators are guarded by fierce bosses, but once defeated, the generators can be destroyed and rid of the land of mist. Now the story. For me, the story is fairly well balanced. Each character arc is progressed at a reasonable pace, and no one hero dominates the narrative. The overall objective of ridding the world of mist prompts the heroes to explore new areas, but as the world opens up, we begin to see how various locations and characters have impacted the current situation, and how their motives have driven them there. The personalities of the three heroes are also well written, with Vaan being the neutral voice, Noah the blunt and slightly naive opinion, and Gala having a strict and disciplined attitude. There is also a good level of complexity to the story, with different layers of villains appearing as the heroes progress, but also as to how the Mist, the Suru, Ra-Zuru and others all come to be and how they all interact. The story concludes with the heroes ridding the world of mist, but at a price to the Ra-Zuru, who ultimately sacrificed themselves to remove Juggernaut, a powerful Suru that had engulfed Rimelm and all its people. All three heroes achieve their objectives, and with the mist gone, part ways to start their new lives. Gameplay. The game revolves around a dungeon model with an open world between the various areas. Suru monsters are encountered and the heroes combat them with either physical art moves or magic that can be acquired through absorbing certain elemental Suru. Each hero has an action bar, and as they level up and become more powerful, more moves can be performed in a single turn. With a choice of high, low, left or right attacks, combinations can be put together to perform stronger attacks known as arts. Hyper arts are also learned by reading books, usually acquired from loot from a boss. Attack points, or AP, are needed to perform the arts, and this can be generated either by using Spirit, an offensive move, or by being attacked and being in combat. Stronger moves require more AP, so getting a balance of generating AP and spending it becomes the norm through the fight. Magic can also be used. It is obtained by defeating certain Suru which have an elemental symbol next to the name. Once defeated, there is a certain chance that they can be absorbed, and through using that magic can become stronger by gaining levels. Higher level magic may unlock new abilities. One example is healing spells. At low levels, healing may only just heal the party, where at later levels it almost may remove status effects as well. Accessories can help the rate of absorbing magic. The Ivory Book is an accessory that can increase this. There are also numerous side quests that can be completed, in which not all of them are mandatory. Soul Tower contains 2 of these, in which the Muscle Dome and the Dance Studio. Each involve competitions where you can gain coins to be traded for items or accessories. These can also be used as a source of gold farming by grinding coins and selling items. Other examples are the slot machine and fishing. Upon completion of the game, there is a scoring metric, illustrating how many treasures you acquired out of a possible 260, the total arts move learned, the number of magics absorbed, and other combat statistics. For the completionist player, I recommend following a guide, as some of the items are very well hidden, and often you are not able to backtrack to pick them up once an area is complete. So my overall sort of summary, I enjoyed Legend of Legaia even more now the second time of completing it. The game has enough depth to get into, but it's not overly complex with unnecessary mechanics. The parts of the game I enjoy most are the story. It captures you on a journey, and often the dialogue of the NPCs conveys a real sense of emotion. For example, you speak to a person engulfed by a Suru and they describe the agonizing pain and sadness they feel. Once you free them from the mist, they convey only happiness and gratitude towards your work. Noah's storyline of not knowing her parents and who she is, only to finally find them, and through trying to free them ultimately gets them killed in the process, is another example of this. The combat system is a fresh and enjoyable take on turn-based combat, and each character feels like they have their own fighting styles. I personally use Vaan as more of a tank and all-round character, Noah as a fast-hitting, quick-attacking player, and Gala as a healer/magic user. The parts of the game I enjoyed the least is the difficulty curve not always reflecting the point in the game. The boss Zane is commonly the first wall the game puts in front of you, and it really depends on whether you've followed the storyline to the line, or whether you've been doing a bit of extra side questing or grinding for money. I also found the Delias family very odd. The 3 encounters, Gala's opponent seems to be much tougher than the other 2, and in comparison they seem much more of a pushover. You meet Songi for a fair amount of times along the journey, and in his final form he puts up a much tougher fight than the final boss, which is a slight anticlimax to the game. A lot of the fights are also very predictable once you realise the pattern. I'm not one for optional content, and although it gives the players something else to do instead of just progressing the story, the grind in such games like fishing I don't consider essential, and by all means I skip it. All in all, I hope you enjoyed the playthrough, and I hope if it captured your interest you'll go out and try the game for yourself and let me know your experiences. Thanks for watching.